shit, I didn't realize there was a chair up here. You know you can sit down, right? Yeah. Shit, Malcolm, now I know why this feels so good. You kept the seat warm. The fuck is poking me in the ass right here, though? That's not normal. That can't be a regular thing. So, Malcolm said I'm his parole officer, which is kind of true. But he's not honest about everything. First off, he's half white. This guy over here knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's awfully weird whenever you meet somebody and you wind up befriending them and you're like, hey man, you know, my car's kind of a piece of shit. Yours only has a dent in the front because you hit somebody in the fucking toe ball. Maybe I'll roll with you out in tipsies. And he's like, you know what? This is a pretty nice car. That dent is, that's getting worked out. We ain't fixed it yet. But hey, why don't you come out here? Look at the trunk of this motherfucker. Look at the trunk space. And yeah, just in case you're wondering, that's where I have to ride. So, I'm going to try some new shit tonight. I usually do some RuPaul's Piss and stripper glitter. That's the one. It's like a tongue twister when I say it out loud. Anyways, I think I'm on the verge of divorce. And I'm going to be honest, my wife bought a pressure cooker, and I know the two things shouldn't be related, but they are. Right? I normally do all the cooking, and I know you wonder how can somebody this fucking ugly cook some shit, but I can cook a steak like a motherfucker. But my wife got this pressure cooker, and she does all the cooking now. I walked into the kitchen the other day, and I turned it on. She heard it beep, and she come out and slapped the shit out of my hand, and she's like, no, you don't get to touch that. Only I can touch that. I was like, well, I'm hungry. What the fuck am I going to eat? You threw out the microwave. I don't think this is how this shit works. And she's like, well, you know, you can heat coffee up in that. And apparently she's right. You can do a whole pot in a pressure cooker in like fucking 35 seconds. I did not know that. I was wrong for judging her. So if she's listening tonight, I am really sorry. But, however, I couldn't eat nothing, so I had to get a can of tuna fish out of the fucking cupboard. I had to eat it like a cat. I wasn't allowed to touch a pressure cooker or nothing like that. And then I started thinking. I started getting worried. I started getting a little nervous. I was like, you know, she's only got like 2 more skills to master, and I'm fucking history. Like, really, I mean, she cooks now. She does all the cooking. I don't do that anymore, so I'm not needed for that. You know, she can cook a steak in there better than I can cook one on the fucking grill. She can cook weird shit called crack chicken. I thought that was every meth head stream in Newport. Apparently I was wrong. There's a fucking cookbook on how you do it. I didn't know that shit. So, she's got that. All she really has to do now is learn that she can buy her own cigarettes at the gas station and pump her own gas in America, because women are allowed to do that. Once she figures those out, there's going to be like a little Adam and Eve package arrive in the mail. It's going to be like one vibrating rubber dick, and that's going to spell divorce for me. So, moving on from that, does anybody listen to talk radio in here? I know it's pretty fucking boring, but there is some good information on there. Does anybody listen to that? Nobody. I seen a raised hand, so I'm gonna assume you do. So, does anybody listen to Coast to Coast? That's some weird shit. That's like where everybody talks about like fucking Bigfoot and aliens and fucking Martians with little foam hats and shit. So there was a scientist on there the other day. He was talking about how people can spontaneously combust. Now, I think that's kind of neat, honestly, because I know a lot of people who should spontaneously combust. It would just bring joy to my heart. But apparently what happens is it's really not spontaneously combust as much as explosion. Apparently what happens is a piece of bubble gum you swallow in like the 2nd grade blocks up your colon when you're in your like mid-40s. The sunlight hits you just right, you're pissed off, and damn, you're done. It's over, right? But it only happens to like 8 people a year, so people swallow bubble gum. It's okay. It's not really, it's a minor risk. You'll be all right. But I got to thinking about it, and I've met a lot of people over the years, and I'm sure everybody's heard people say this shit. Everybody has this thing, because everybody wants to feel tough at some point in time or another. And everybody's like, you better watch out, because when you push me to that point, and I'll take a lot of shit, but when you push me to that point, and it takes a half an hour for this conversation, but when they finally get to that point, they tell you how they're going to explode. And I just think, like, if I had that conversation with somebody who was actually going to spontaneously combust, how amazing it would be, because they would be like, when you push me to that point, and I get to that point, and I'm so mad I'm ready to explode, you better watch out. I just think there's one guy at the end that's going to be like, and he's going to be like, God damn, he did it! Holy shit! That son of a bitch exploded all over me. It was amazing. It was incredible. I love that guy. Or what's left of him. And, you know, I just think that would be the best thing in the world for me. Or, you know, a fucking coma. I don't know. I don't know why. But, I'm going to try one that I've done before, but maybe, you know, it'd be hurt. Malcolm listened to my dick and fart jokes on the way up here, even though I was yelling from the trunk. He's a really good sport, Malcolm is. He is. I love the purple hat. I love the fact that he had an Alcoholics Anonymous book with him tonight means that some fucking drunk asshole fell off the goddamn wagon because he took their fucking book and they don't know what to do now. Right? I mean, and he was talking about coming a little bit, and I was going to jerk off like he was talking about, but my hands are coarse as shit, and I feel like they'd be making love to a cat's tongue, you know? You know, I'd cry a little, scream a little, you know, Malcolm would laugh, you know, I just don't think it'd be right. But, and see, that's why I'm in the front. You hear that? Yeah. And he wants a fucking urine sample after fucking jail. I know about from you. Bottle of water and shit. Yeah. Fuck. Don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. Don't like, you know you love it. Let me get them sunglasses. Let me get them. Okay. Look at this shit. Okay. Right out of the
Make sure we get you, motherfucker.
Ah, shit. There we go. It's not even over the fucking ear. That's a big ass ear. How do you miss that fucking
He's not doing cop. That's what he is.
Alright. Aviators, I can't see shit. I can't see none of you now. So, now you know some wise material. Look at that.
Fuck, dude. You stole my whole fucking premise.
You gotta love that shit. That was the best shit. And I'm still waiting to see him fly without drinking Red Bull. He's fucking awesome. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell do you do to these glasses? Jesus. You came on him up here. I saw you do it. Secrets out. Fuck. All right. I think I want to do one more. There's like a long pause right there and just looking around. Do it. Molly looking like right out the fucking Matrix right there.
Fuck, I wish, dude.
So, my son went on his first date not too long ago. Well, not his first date, but his first date as a 17-year-old. And I'm really proud of him because he proved in a lot of ways that he's a better man than I ever could be, especially with his smart-ass mouth. It just makes me want to punch him sometimes. Like, I promised him for his 18th birthday, I was going to kick his ass. I'm not now because, you know, I love him more because he was able to actually get out of a situation that I wouldn't have been able to make it out of. So, he decides that he's going on a date with his girlfriend who is also 17. Now, I understand being a tough dad, but I'm kind of tired of tough dad speeches, you know? There's always some shit, they're cleaning their gun, there's songs about it, it's fucking annoying, it's obnoxious, you know, I was cleaning my gun. Like the kid's not even fucking worried. You get all the shit out of the goddamn gun. If he's worried about that, he's an idiot. Right? I mean, look, you walk in, the gun's apart, I'm not fucking scared, right? You're 97 pounds, you don't work out, you look like you're fucking from Ethiopia. You know, you're gonna talk tough, you know, it's not gonna work out very well, you know? So my son goes over, I wasn't there, but, you know, the dude comes out and he tells my son, he's like, anything you do to my daughter, I'm going to do back to you tonight. Now my son was like, well, we're just going to the movies, man, you know, we're just eating popcorn, watch a movie, you know, we're going to have a good time, blah, blah, blah. And that proved that he's a better person than I am, because if that dude would have come out when I was 17 years old and said that shit to me, I would have just been like, dude, you better buckle up because this is going to be a fucked up night for both of us. I mean, like, you and I are going to be on the registered sex offenders list together tonight. Like, you're going to be telling the weird shit that I did to your daughter and how you fucked a 17-year-old boy in the ass who didn't know what anal was. So, you know, maybe give it up with a tough guy speech, right? You know, she's 17. He's 17. You think people are having babies at this point, right? So fuck off with it. So... yeah, you guys are great. Malcolm, he will be. He'll let me ride in the front tonight. That'll be nice. No?
All right.
You know what, man? Fuck you with your Barney purple hat. And that AA book was mine. That's why I'm here.
Listen, just let me know. You'll be driving. He'll be driving.
Oh, shit. And they got serious now. We got like gangsters and shit. Fucking shit. God damn. Alright, I better get out of here before I get Malcolm killed or raped. I don't know which. We're gonna head out and have a good time.